All right, people, we're live. We're live. Something different. Something different. Gonna call this London calling. Obviously, I'm African King Academy. That's Don C. Uh, but before we begin with the show, how you doing today, Don C?
Yeah, man. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm just getting over some sad moments in it. But do you know what? You can't be. Do you know what it is? Sometimes when you lose someone that's close to you got to celebrate life. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll never want you to be sad just to see them pass. They want to see you do even more greater things. So do you know what? Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? And what a perfect time for me to do my first stream of the week and be on African Kings show. And we actually have Madawake. Oh, Jesus. It is what it is. Let's do this.
Well, this is
Oh,
the
yeah.
biggest news of today.
Oh,
Obviously, you signed Madueke. How are you feeling about that one? How are you feeling? Let be honest. Be honest. Let the people know how you feeling about
honestly,
this.
I can't.
You feeling
I'm
about
okay.
this?
Yeah, this pussy all that. Do you know what? Yeah, I cannot stand this signing. I do not want, mate, yeah. All right, then, yeah. When Arsenal sign players, when Arsenal sign bullshit, you can kind of make sense out of certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because when we
Mm,
sign players like Jesus and let's say Zinchenko, I'm going back then, yeah, for the new Arteta regime. I saw it as we finished eighth. You know what I'm saying? So we needed a little bit more just to get us over the line or put us back into relevancy of the top four. So I understand that because these men come from City. Yeah, they were City juggernauts at that point. You know what I'm saying? Jesus came back off scoring, what was it, 11, 12 goals, getting injured by Christmas as usual. Zinchenko done what Zinchenko does, and all he does is hype up the crowd. The fucking muppet. Yeah. I thought, okay, cool, no worries. Yeah. And then we signed Jorginho. Do you know what? Yeah, I was actually quite happy with that signing because Jorginho's a baller. No matter how old he is, he's a baller. And do you know what? Age, yes, you slow down with age, but guess what? Jorginho was never really a pacey player. He was more of a brain. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, he was more of that. He was more of that that player that, let's say, of the Perlo, the Perlo kind of baller. Like, it's just smart as hell. Yeah, there's a reason why he was third in a Ballon d'Or at one stage. You know what I'm saying, at Chelsea. So we got to put some respect on that. Yeah. Then we got fucking Sterling. Yeah. Like, I don't get that signing because we needed a striker. Yeah, and we got a declining player, a player that Chelsea wanted out the door, a player that Chelsea made a mistake on. And yeah, do you know what? Yeah, I get it. I get that signing because he came from City. So you lot wanted to be back up there. You had new owners. The owners were trying to make a statement. You know what I'm saying? And then we took him after he had such a poor season for you, which was
yeah.
stupid. Yeah. And here we are, 2025, and Arteta strikes again. Yeah. He always wants to be the main guy. It's like this year. I'm working, yeah, 365 days a year, and I don't get paid. What's the point of me doing that bullshit, blood? What's the point of Madueke being in this fucking club? No, let's be real, bruv. Yeah, you don't want him. Yeah, like you don't want it, bruv. It's a pathetic player. Where the fuck are we gonna play him? He's like. Let's just say where his goals have come from have been the right hand side. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's not dislodging Saka. Saka on his bad day is better than fucking Madueke. Saka had more goals than Madueke was injured 3.5 months of this season. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Madueke played 38 to 40 games, yeah, and he still didn't even get double digits. You get me?
yeah.
And we've got him for what reason? For what fucking reason? Yeah. And then it's like this year, I live like let's say about 10 minutes walk from the Emirates. And there's a little something going on. I thought, you know what, yeah, maybe they're doing this whole fucking Gokares thing. Maybe it's time for them to show the whole Gokares thing. They want to do it in lights and camera. What a Friday night! Arsenal finally do this bullshit. Yeah, you hit me like because you know Arsenal like to be the main characters that don't ever fucking win anything. And it's Madueke. And it's Madueke. Are you fucking taking the piss, bro? It's Madueke, bro. It's Noni Madueke, bro. Noni Madueke. Okay, do you know what? Yeah, Like me, you know me. I like people think that I'm this angry fan that likes to rant and this and that and this and that, yeah. But no one can actually find me. Well, people can find me because they know what platforms I'll be on, yeah.
Yeah.
But they can't tell me where I was wrong. Yeah. People like to fucking open up their mouth and criticize me, yeah, and say bullshit. Do you know what? Yeah, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I get it, yeah. But tell me where I was wrong, yeah. Tell me when I said I wanted Arteta to wrap whether we win or lose the fucking Champions League, whether we win or lose, yeah. I want him out, yeah, and I gave fucking content, yeah, content why I want him out. Bullshit reasons like this is why I want him out, yeah. Look, right, okay. It's known that we've needed a striker, and do you know what it is? You can say, do you know what? Yeah, we haven't even hit the halfway mark for us to be like, do you know what? Right? Let's see what happens the 31st of August. Yeah, when the window closes. Yeah, that's a week after we play Man United. Yeah. But then why the fuck am I gonna wait when I've waited 4.5 years for a fucking striker to be at my club? 4.5 years. Right, and then do you know what? Yeah, our first signing is this. Who is it? Like Superman. Do you know what? Right,
That's a good sign. That's decent.
Do you know what? Yeah, Superman is a decent player. I'm not saying I know a hell of a lot about him, and I'm not going to be one of these Arsenal fans that's like, yeah, man, I watched three 20-minute compilations of this him playing the same teams and doing the same thing. Man's a baller, bro. You can't like. Football's over 90 minutes. You can get 20 minutes of every player and it will show that they've done something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You could probably get 20 minutes of me and you, bro. I know it's going to be a hard 20 minutes of us playing football and it will show a few skills, a few bangers. You know what I'm saying? Man might just barge man out of the way, every family, and it looks sick, right? You could do that. So this whole Mendy thing, I'm on the fence with it.
Yeah.
When he came on, what was it, the Euros? When Roger went off? When was playing England? I mean, when England was playing Spain. Right?
He was cold. He was cold.
No, he was cold. He was cold. But then that's the only time I actually watched Mendy play. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not one of those fans that's been like, do you know what? Yeah, I watch Real Sociedad week in, week out. Do you know what? Like, people's I got a fucking life. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could dedicate my life to a lot more football, but family, man. You know what I'm saying? Kids, wife, work, mortgage, all the rest of that, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is what it is. But then. It is a good addition, right? But we'll get to him. Yeah, we'll get to him in a bit. I want to more focus on Madueke. I don't understand why. Why? Yeah. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why, bruv? You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me, no one can actually tell me. And chat, please get in on this one. Yeah. Tell me what player came from Chelsea and banged at Arsenal. Yeah. Tell me one player from Chelsea, yeah, that banged at Arsenal. We can go through the list. We can go from the first ever signing for you for us to go to.
One quick question before we do that.
Yeah.
What should we rate players off? I feel like when it comes to rating players, I feel like the best people to talk to are people that watch the leagues that they're in. So if let's say you're bringing a player from La Liga, speak to actual fans of that club. If you have the access to actually look at. Also, a lot of the times when a player is moving to a place, you can check on the Twitter. You can see underneath that signing, you can see the fans of that club, how they react to that player losing. Are they sad? Are they happy? If they're sad, then you know they're a baller because you know they're losing a good player. If they're happy about it, for example, the Madueke signing, you look at Chelsea fans, they're happy. Why? Why are they happy to lose a player to Arsenal? Because he's not good enough for them. So why would he be good enough for Arsenal? That's how you rate players. If you don't actually are able to watch that league in particular, look at what their fans say. Look at what the people that actually watch the league say. This is what winger would you like to see Arsenal? What would you have bought? Who would you have brought in?
Well, I wouldn't have brought Madueke in. Yeah. Like, do you know what? Yeah, like a Rodrigo. Yeah, because we were balling up from him, even though he's got very similar numbers. They got very similar numbers. But the difference is Rodrigo is nowhere near the star man at fucking PSG. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people that's in the pecking order that's clearly in front of him. You get me? Like, so it's one of those things. Like, you got a pass, man. You're an F1 man, yeah. So I see it like this, yeah. Rubens Barrichello was at Ferrari and Michael Schumacher was at Ferrari. Remember them days, right?
Yeah.
I remember Rubens Barrichello had to fucking move over to let Michael Schumacher pass him because he had Damon Hill on his hill. You know what I'm saying? I remember those things. You know what I'm saying? There's a pecking order in life, unfortunately. Right? So it's not the fact that who do I want at Arsenal. I don't want this dude at Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Like you hit the nail on the head when you said, you know what, yeah? If I ask, and I have asked Chelsea, my Chelsea friends, what do you think about Madueke come to Arsenal? That man are jumping for joy. You got that man are jumping for joy. You get me? That man are like, hallelujah. Hallelujah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? Them man are all cheering each other, doing shots. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we finally get rid of this this nonsense Madueke. Not even nonny, nonsense Madueke. Yeah? And also pick up, it's like this, right? The reason why I'm very frustrated about just about this signing, because I want to keep this topic just on this signing, yeah, is because we're supposed to be in a different phase than you. You know what I'm saying? Our manager's been here longer. He's brought more of these players. The players, he went inheriting none of these players apart from Saka. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And not even Saliba, because remember Saliba was on loan when he came.
Yeah, he was at the time,
and he wanted to sell him. It was only because who was it? I think it was White that got injured, and White had such a poor season the season before. He thought, you know what? Yeah, let me play Saliba, and Saliba just kind of fitted. Yeah, Martinelli's been in this team as well. Yeah. But regardless, this is his team. So when you're in this, when you're in such a, let's say, a title fight, because we was in a title fight, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You're in it until you're not, right? Once we've done it a few seasons, therefore we're just knocking on the door. So if we're knocking on let's say Liverpool's door because they won, or Man City's door, yeah, previously the previous winners, we need to start getting the teams around us and the teams below us best players. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference with being, let's just say, second, third to first. You know what I'm saying? Take the top players of the teams that's around you, or in different leagues that's around you. If we went in for let's say a Cole Palmer or an Enzo or someone like that, yeah, or a Caicedo, like we say 150, and then we try to splash the cash and we try to get them man there, I'll be happy to tell you why. Because they're some of your best players. They're in your top 5, blood. My man could be sitting on a bench and you man wouldn't even care if he's still at your club or not. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad he was. You know what I'm saying? He's not even a backup dancer. He's that brother, yeah, that's dancing in the crowd, yeah, that's dancing offbeat, but thinks he's popping and locking, blood. You get what I'm saying? That's who that dude is, blood. Bro, come on, man. This is why I am unhappy with this actual factual situation. And it's not who I think we should get. The fact of the matter, who I think we should get, we're never going to get. Because we haven't so far. 2 seasons ago, yeah, I wanted Ollie Watkins. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, I was shouting that on Flawless Channel for so long, blood, yeah. And then what was it? Christmas. I mean, yeah. The winter window open was linked to Ollie Watkins after JD was going Saudi. You know what I'm saying? Which made no sense because they're never going to lose two attacking players in one window, especially the winter window. When they're still in the Champions League, right? Yeah, and they're still fighting for top 4. So it's disgusting. It's disgusting to actually understand the fact that, like, we're getting Madueke, and it's not the fact that we're getting Madueke. We're getting Madueke for 52 mil. Okay, how much did Zubimendi get bought for? 55, innit? Or something around that. Yeah, with odds. Yeah. 55 mil, yeah. Anything over 50 mil is first team quality.
Yeah.
Anything. Yeah. He's not like Jorginho that we picked up for 20. He's not like this fucking Moscato, Masado, whatever the fuck his name is, that we picked up for 5 mil. Yeah. Or even Odegaard that we picked up for fucking, or Norgard, sorry, that we picked up for 20 mil. Yeah, you can see that these guys are bench guys. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna fit in. They're gonna be squad players. When players get injured, yeah, or do you know what? Yeah, when we got to see a game out, we're gonna put those kind of players. Yeah, 50 mil is first team money, bro. Do you know what? Yeah, as shit as Martinelli is, he's still better than that fucking piece of shit, bro. Yeah, and I really don't apologize for my language. This dude, yeah, is terrible, bro. How can Martinelli have more goals than him, yeah, and was injured a quarter of the season, blood? That makes sense, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you're saying you're buying quality, yeah, you want to buy quality,
Yeah.
or if you want to buy a freaking bench warmers, then do you know what? Right? Go to the Brightons, go to the Bournemouths, yeah. Buy their best players. You get what I'm saying? We have a baller called Ethan Wanyeri, yeah. That's fucking better than Madawake. And
Yeah.
you know what linked with him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
He
Bro.
signed though. He signed though. He signed a new
Yeah,
contract,
no, he
which is
resigned.
good.
Maybe that was rumors, right? But those rumors shouldn't even have been there. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah. It's one of them ones where you kind of like you add to those rumors because you're buying players that are going to play his position. But
Mm,
it maybe now because he's staying, I think he's probably going to move to a more central role.
yeah.
So, but the thing about Rodrigo not leaving is this: oh, make him make a decision, bid. That's the thing. A team like Arsenal can bid because that starts the conversation. And let's say how much do Madrid want for? They said maybe 80, 90 million euros, something like that. Bid him, bid,
Yeah.
make the bid. See if they are willing to. Because the thing about Arsenal is, in as you said, from going from second and third to first, you need level raisers, and Madueke isn't a level raiser. Any the thing about it is this. This is what I don't get about football fans is, oh, we need a backup to Saka. No, you need someone who can replace Saka, someone who can replace Martinez, someone who can replace these players. Because this is what big teams do. They get players that are better than their starting 11, and then their starting 11 becomes benchman. Saka's not Arsenal Football Club. Saka doesn't equal Arsenal. You've had better players than him play for your club, and better players than him be on your bench. So if you get a
Walcott.
better winger than him, then it is what it is. Because
Is it?
in the end of the day, Saka doesn't need to start for Arsenal to win. He doesn't. You can get better than if there's a better right winger out there or a better left winger out there than Martinelli, get them. But don't go for bench options. Bench options never work.
Hmm.
Big up AK even. Big up
Big up,
Rasta.
big up, big up, big up, big up. Do you know what? For me, it's more of like
Big up
you
what's
see,
happening.
like I think that Saka has raised his level. And I'll never try this Saka because I actually like him, and I think that he's been near enough our best player throughout. Like since
Yeah,
he stepped into the club, since he was a left back, yeah.
yeah,
Like he shone so much. He went from left back to left wing, now to right wing. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
like I've got nothing bad to say about him. But there's going to come a point where he's going to stop excelling because it's like this, yeah. Right. What I remember from football is that the reason why goalkeepers were so good was because they were in training, they were being scored against by the best players. You know what I'm saying? So they know how to dive, when to dive, do this. The reason why midfielders were so good was because they saw the best players around them. The reason why defenders were so good was because they had their players, their best players attacking them. You know what I'm saying? Who like the reason why Saka's had it so easy, and he's had it so easy, don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? He's also star boy and everything, but he's had it so easy because who has he who is he going to fight against, bro? In training, who's going to take his place? Who? Odegaard, that piece of shit, right? He fucking he can't even shine fucking it was at Saka's boots, and he was supposed to be a wonder kid. I wonder why we even bought that kid. That's what I wonder. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still trying to see Odegaard show me something. People say, oh yeah, but he had a bad season. Just remember, he only had one good season. He's been there 4 years. Yeah. First season, he came on loan with Ceballos. Yeah.
yeah,
We originally wanted Ceballos. Real Madrid said, no, we're going to keep Ceballos, but we're going to give you or sell you Odegaard. Yeah. May that make sense? You know what I'm saying? And then you might want to cream this dude. You get me?
yeah.
I like sometimes
You can get better than him. You can get better than him.
of
That's the
course you
thing.
can, bro.
That's why Eze would be a good signing because he would be better for your style of football. I
Mm.
feel like with fans is that they don't understand that. As I said, you need level raises. You need to always be improving the first 11. Benchmen are fine, but at the same time, why are you? those kind of like the Keppers, the Mosqueros, the who else? The Norgards. You get them at the end of the window after you've signed the big players, after you've improved your first 11. Because if you waste time by not signing, guys that are going to improve your first 11, they go to other clubs. You miss out on these signings. The longer you wait, the longer you take for your top players, the more money they cost, because then it
Bro,
starts counting down. Then by the time you get to the end of the window, you're paying 10, 20, 30 million more pounds or euros for a
or
player
even
that you
worse,
could have got cheaper earlier.
someone hijacks them.
Yeah, that could happen
It's
as
what
well.
I'm saying. Because this is why I respect Liverpool for, even though they've only bought 2 players, they've addressed Trent leaving. They bought Frimpong, and they bought who was it? That Wirtz. Yeah. So that's defense, and that's the hopefully for them the GAs that they really want. You know what I'm saying? That they really need in their team. You know what I'm saying? So they've replaced that. All they need is, let's say, a striker. We need a striker. We buy a defender. We buy a holding midfielder. Even though, like, this whole party thing, I'm only going to talk football, people, when it comes to party. Yeah. None of my business. I'm a person, I stay at people's business, and I like people to stay at my business. That's how I love. That's why I love life. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm bored already. I don't need no more stress on my headpiece. You get what I'm saying? Arsenal's already stressing me out. You see, the fact that we lost Partey, even with this Zubimendi, Madueke, and this Moscato dude, we're still weaker because how much I rated Partey. You know what I'm saying? Partey was top 3 DMs in this country. You know what I'm saying? Whoever you want to put there, yeah, or at least last season, yeah. Rodri was missing the majority of the season, so I'm not even gonna mention him. But is he a baller? Of course he is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just talking about last season, right? So him leaving Arsenal, we've dropped levels. Yeah, I'm not going to like this or big up Zubimendi because I haven't seen him play for Arsenal like that. I know he comes with a big reputation, right? But I don't care about your fucking reputation because it's like this. I don't care what you did with your ex. Yeah, what are you gonna do with me? In football terms, I'm a married man. You know what I'm saying? Let me put it out there. Yeah. So that's my ideology when I see those certain things. When I see how I see Arsenal at this moment, and the fact that we have Madueke, which I don't think he's better than Trossard. Yeah, and I rate Trossard as a bench guy. So who's he better than then? Where are we gonna play him? What, as a wing back? I'd rather Skelly. I'd rather Timber. Yeah. For me, he's more levels. He's more levels than who is it? Than Jesus. I tell you why, because Jesus is always injured.
Yeah, he's injured right now, isn't he?
You know what I'm saying? So for me, the best ability is availability. So you're telling me you're better than a guy that's always injured? Yeah. So make that fucking make sense. So what's the point of us buying him? I really like, and the thing is, yeah, like take all my shouting and all my madness and all my jokes that I say all the time. I'm very logical, yeah, because of the job I do. You know what I'm saying? When I'm seeing things, I've got to see pictures, I've got to see risks, like rewards, blah blah blah. But I don't want to bore you. It's unwanted jargon. It's Friday. I've got my fucking red wine in my glass. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had a tough week. Like you know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's cool because you know what I'm saying. But then when I try to break it down, and I know you could say that this Arsenal fan is very reactive because he hasn't even kicked a ball yet. But any Arsenal fans out there, right? If you think that I'm very reactive, yeah, the question is, why isn't King reacting to the fact that they lost this person? My man sitting there with a smile on his face, bro. You know what I'm saying? and then that's why you see I'm reactive. I'm a Lion King.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't lying about that shit. You get me? He said it earlier, right? And I'm not sure if a lot of you caught that. The moment you speak to a fan of that club, of that said club, yeah, how they feel about that player. if they don't give you a fucking monologue of a rant, yeah, and I'm being honest, bro. And when I say someone, I mean someone with age and someone that's actually invested in their club, not someone like say, yeah, like say for example, my missus who watches Arsenal or loves Arsenal because I do. You know what I'm saying? Someone that sits there through in, throughout, thick and thin. You know what I'm saying? They're about their club. You ask about the player because if you ask me about like Van Persie, I'm still pissed off to this day. You get me? If you ask about Cashley Cole, I'll be like that pussy, yo. You get me to this day. Because that actually meant something. You get me? As this Arsenal fan. If you ask Kin about Madueke, do you know what? Yeah, he'll be like, bro, if you want, I'll pay for his Uber. You get me?
Yeah, you know
Yeah?
what? Can I be honest? Can I be honest? Going into that final of the Club World Cup, because that's when the transfer happened, right? During that Club World Cup, I think in the semi-final final, we only had one out-and-out winger. That was Neto. The rest of our players were either tens or centre mids. And put it this way, allowed him to go, even though we needed wingers because Gittins wasn't available. Esteval played for Palmeiras, so we didn't actually have any out and out wingers outside of Neto. And and if you look at most Chelsea fans, they didn't care. We played the final without him. We played better without him. That's the thing. The semi-final and final, we played better without him. And then when he came on in the semi-final, he looked, below average. And if you look at most Chelsea fans when it comes to Madueke, we're happy he's gone. We're happy for the 50 mil. Thank you. It adds to the transfer kitty. So we're going to get someone like a Morgan Rogers in. But
Mate, Morgan Rogers, fucking hell, he was in Saudi. Why the fuck did we go for him, blood? Yeah?
Yeah.
Why the fuck did we, like, people are talking about Prem proven. You know what I'm saying? It's like people are so fucking, like, do you know what it is, yeah? Like, I don't want to get you cancelled, blood. So I'm really trying not to say this, yeah. But I think that you see my owners, yeah, and your owners, yeah, those two men are smashing, blood. Because the way man's selling, man, yeah, it's like man just needs to get off his cojones, blood. You hear what I'm saying?
I'm gonna lie to you. I think I've heard a rumor. This is a rumor or a theory that Roman has something on the Arsenal owners, and he gave it to the new owners, and he's still using it. That's the rumor.
Mate, I don't know. Do you know why it is? Yeah, because everything that you sold us through the years has been trash. You know what I'm saying? All players coming to the end of their career, like Czech was coming to the end of his career. He's had a great career, so I'm not really going to disrespect the last few moments of Arsenal. And even with the Arsenal, he was better than what we had. And I saw someone said David Luiz, but David Luiz really didn't do much for Arsenal apart from that noticeable own goal or the red card that he conceded for us. He didn't give us those banging free kicks for you, all of those antics and all of that to make us win. Should tell you how I judge football. We give you Ashley Cole, Olivier Giroud, yeah, for example, chat, right? You lot go and win the European title, European Cup, and you go and win the Premier League. You lot give us your dog shit, right? Who have we won? What have we won? What, an FA Cup?
Yeah, an FA Cup. Won an FA Cup.
Yeah, so we won an FA Cup, yeah, and they won a Premier League and a Champions League. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and a Europa League on your head.
Europa League, yeah. Make that make sense. Make that fucking make sense. You know what I'm saying? We take their scraps, they take our best players. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like me at the end of the night. Yeah, and you know what, right? If you feel like I disrespected you, yeah, I'm really sorry, but I really don't give a fuck right now. It's like this. It's like at the end of the night, I'm leaving the dance, right? And I'm drunk out of my head that my eyes are going googly woogly, yeah, when I was singing all of that. And then I think that, like, have you seen that film Shallow Hal? Yeah, where he gets a whale of a girl that thinks she's a dolphin. Let's just put it that way, without disrespecting. I'm going home with a dolphin, yeah. I think like with a whale thinking that it's a dolphin. I wake up in the morning, yeah, and it's like, what the fuck? Who are you? You know what I'm saying? You hit me, yeah? It's one of those ones there. That's what it seemed like with Arsenal, blood. We're giving you the dolphins and we're just taking the whales. You know what I'm saying? I don't even kill a whale. Yeah, humpback whales. Yeah, they look nice. They do their thing, but guess what? No one cares about them. It's where it is, bro.
It's lazy transfers. You know why? Because it's easy to get players from other London clubs because they don't have to move. They don't have to move yard. They don't really have to go anywhere. Their kids can stay in the same school. So I feel like when it comes to those transfers between London clubs in particular, I just think it's because your team doesn't want to scout proper ballers. You just want to get something easy. Oh, he's available. All right, to bring him in. Like he's in London. He doesn't even have to go nowhere. He was at Wireless partying, so he can come in straight in for for the pictures. It's nice and easy. But when you ask your club to actually do scouting, actually scour the world, actually look for the talents that are out there in Brazil, South America, the talents that are out there in Europe, that's when you get the real gems. But I think Arsenal's, I don't know, when it comes to Arsenal's system, is that they sometimes they don't actually look beyond the Premier League for these signings, because
No,
it's
but
all
then
good. Prem proven is all good, but
no, but mate,
sometimes you get the gems.
right, bro. That's all recent. Recent.
Yeah.
Okay. For those with any age, yeah, and if you want Google me when I say these names, right? I'm going to show you some levels now. Yeah. Let's talk about David Sucre. Yeah, that played for Arsenal.
Mm.
Not many men know him, right? He was a striker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We had David Platt. Yeah, English player, right? Beautiful player. Went on to play for Italy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for Inter Milan, sorry. Right? We had Gomandi, French. Yeah. We had Lauren. He was actually a Cameroon winger. We played in one game on the wing. I also think I said that's not going to happen. Figure, yeah, he's Croatian. Yeah, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Big up, bro. Yeah. All right. We had Eduardo. Yeah. We had David Villa. You know what I'm saying? We had Denilson. We had Diaby and his only injuries that cut him short. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We had Kleb. Yeah. Rosicki. Yeah. Mozart. You get me? These are ballers. That we had Cazorla. Yeah, what I'm saying. One of the most, for me, okay, one of the most underrated Arsenal legends, even though I think he's the biggest legend at Arsenal not to win the Premier League. You know what I'm saying? Because when he played, he made me feel like so much joy. Now that's good scouting. You know what I'm saying? Do you know how long this brother's been around? No one wanted him. No one wanted him. And the moment Arsenal bought him, guess what happens? You know what I'm saying? He went from here as a name to playing for fucking Spain. You get what I'm saying? Right? We got Fabregas, even though Fabregas was like, let's say, a wonder kid. Guess what? So's Odegaard a wonder kid, but there's levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? We got in Najri, even though Najri was a little bit of a name. Adebayor, he was okay. We had David Weir. You get me? So yeah, Jack Wilshere. The reason why I'm not going to mention Jack Wilshere because I'm talking about scouting, not people that came through our academy as such.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fabregas was good scouting because he was in the Barcelona academy, yeah. And we tried to go for Messi. Obviously, we all knew what happened after that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I'm talking about good scouting, that's good scouting. Yeah, these were younger players. And they actually did something or became something, yeah? Perez. I want to talk about Perez because Perez was a non-commodity. Lundberg. Freddie Lundberg, yeah? If he went to any other team apart from Arsenal, I'm guarantee you people wouldn't even be saying his name. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't flair, yeah? He like he wasn't that great. But guess what? He fit in the system that we played. You know what I'm saying? Henry, I wouldn't class Henry because you know what, yeah? A lot of people knew about Henry at that point with Anelka. You know what I'm saying? Like anyway, like growing up, that's what I'm saying. So I won't even say stuff like that. But then when we're talking about these kind of things, we're talking about ballers, even a Boué. You know what I'm saying? Clichy, no, not Clichy. Yeah, Clichy because he's French. So I'll put him there as well. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, Jens Lehmann because who did Jens Lehmann come from? Because Leverkusen, right? Yeah. If I'm not wrong. So when we're talking about. When we're talking about scouts, bro, these were scouting around the world. There was a stage here where we had a scout living in fucking Africa. You know what I'm saying? Beating bongos with the fucking like Congolese. You know what I'm saying? That's who Arsenal scouts were. Nowadays, our scouts aren't even lazy, bro. They don't have a fucking clue. Do you know who they are? Their scouts. Probably a fucking homeless man living on the road and walking down. Say, yeah, I see it, bro. Yeah. Give me talent, and I tell you, they're good blood. You get what I'm saying? That's what fucking scouts are, bro. Because who in what mind would tell these people to buy fucking Manaway King? You know what I'm saying? If he turns out good, you know what I say, King? Right? Yeah. I said, you know what, King? I was wrong. But guess what? All I want the best for my club. And the only reason why I can say this is because it's like history repeating itself. And every other name I mentioned before this year was a reason why I did not believe. And his performances last season or before was one of those factors as well.
Yeah.
But guess what? When it comes to the end of the season, and then I'm sitting here again more than likely, or if I got my channel by then, yeah, you're coming on my channel and we're reliving this conversation because I want to take snippets and play certain parts, right? And then I'm just gonna sit there smiling, be like, yeah, I was right again. Do you think I like being right? Do you think I like being right, bro? Sometimes it's nice to say sorry. I can do things that women can't do. Well, some of them say sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, bro, all I want is the best for my club, but does my club want the best for me? Because nothing in this world makes sense to sign fucking Madueke. If we bought Eze, perfect signing. He can play 3 different positions or a false 9. You know what I'm saying?
That would have been a level raiser.
Bruv.
That's the kind of player you sign. The best player from a Crystal Palace team that won the FA Cup. He bodied Man City in that game. That's the kind of players you kind of bring in. And that's the thing. You're right. If you're gonna go to Chelsea to buy a player, let's say, buy their best. Don't buy a guy that they're willing to let go. Because all things purposes that they're gonna just use that money to get something better. One, you're helping a rival. That makes no sense. So are we rivals if you're always signing from us? And is that a rivalry? For me, for Chelsea, it seems to me Tottenham's more of a rival because they don't sell us anyone, and we don't buy. Like that's more of a rival because we don't do business with each other. I remember the Modric story where they sold him to Madrid for cheaper because they didn't want him to come to us. So that's the kind of things that you see from teams. So it for me, the Madueke signing doesn't make sense. I think it was just an easy thing to do. And as I said, it was lazy scouting. You know, sometimes you want your scouts to look around the world and find some gems. And as you're right, your scouting hasn't been that great. Like a Mosquera, you know, the Mosquito Mosquera guy. That's good scouting because he's young, he's hungry. That's a cheap
and the
deal,
price that
20 million.
Perfect.
Yeah, you can get someone. You know what? Malik Fofana, that's a winger that you could have brought in.
I know, right?
So young left winger. Leon need the money. They probably can offer 30, same amount you paid for Madueke or even less than that. You get him in, and he can be an option off the left, and he's probably better than Martinelli. So there's players out there. There's people out there, but it's just like it's easy to bring someone in from Chelsea because they're just already in the city. They don't have to adjust to anything. So that's probably why the Arsenal does that. But for me, that's not good enough for Arsenal going forward because the next season is Arteta's final chance. For me, it's like if there wasn't a final chance beforehand, this is the because you already saw when Madueke was announced, the murals are getting tarnished. Fans are starting to fight with each other. You're having fans that even a Gal was angry at this signing. That shows when a signing's bad when a Gal's saying he doesn't want it.
Do you know what, bro? When it comes to a Gal, like he's that dude, and I'm not gonna disrespect him like that. Not today, innit? He's that dude that you got to take like a pinch of salt as well.
Yeah.
Because if Madueke scores 5 goals, guess what? He's gonna turn around and say, "I always had faith in him." He done the whole same thing with Arteta and all of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gal's got his own narrative. So do you know where it is? Like my mum said, if you can't say nothing good, don't say nothing at all. And because of what's happened this week, I'm kind of not gonna go for anyone this week, and I just want to keep it straight football and try and keep my peace. You hear what I'm saying? Because this week, I just want peace. But the moment football starts, blood, I'm calling out everyone, bro. And if all of this shit don't come out, I'm calling out every single one of these blood clot pussy, yo. I'm gonna be on them like peas on rice, blood. And I'm talking about gungo peas. If you're a yard man, it's not that little green peas that them people then put in the fucking rice and says rice and peas. It's proper Jamaican yard man rice and peas with a little bit of coconut water and everything inside. You see it, yeah? I'm gonna be on them like that, fam. You ain't getting away from me. It's like every day Sunday. You know what I'm saying? For their stupidity for actually backing this dude. Like I get it. Like we're all entitled to our opinion. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, yeah. But fucking see things for what it is, yeah. Because like King, you see King, yeah. The reason why he never cooks me, yeah. He might banter, yeah, and he might just throw a little jab in there or a little picture this and that, yeah. But he will never cook me. To tell you why, because it's not things that I say or things I don't say. It's because I see my team for what it is, yeah. And then I see the people around for what it is. I'll cook my team. You know what I'm saying? And then King will just throw in a little 2 pence, and I'm like, King, why you do that for my brother? You know what I'm saying? That was I needed. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's okay for me to do it. It's like me.
Yeah.
It's like me shouting at my kids. But the moment someone else shouts at my kids, you gotta give them that side eye and say, "Nigga, say that again." You get me? Apologize for the language. Yeah, it's like one of them things there. You see it like, but it's
you
like,
can't cook someone who's honest with their club, because
yeah.
what's the cook about? Like I don't need to say it. You're saying it here. You don't want Madweke. You're not trying to pretend that he's something that he's not. You're not trying to say, you're speaking your truth, and that's what a fan is. They speak their truth. Real fans, by the way. There's no way that you look at this transfer window that Arsenal have so far and say that it's a good window. You can't say that this is what you wanted from your team. When you're so close to winning a title, you need the guys to help you win. So what does Arsenal need? They need goals, goals, and goals. They still haven't signed Gyökeres. They still haven't signed that striker. So until then, this is a bad window.
King, I think he was in something chat. I think he was in. I'm gonna go back to this, and I said this every single place I went. I even said it on who was it? Don Hussam's channel, right? When I was lucky enough to be on there. You know what I'm saying? I said it everywhere I went that whether we win or lose the Champions League, I want him out. I want Arsenal. I want Thingy out. And we was in a great position, and we never knew that PSG was going to smoke us like that, or Partey was going to get that stupid yellow card. Like, nothing was written in the stars at that point. We just came off a Real Madrid demolition. Yeah, we demolished them, and I was actually happy for that. And the reason why I wanted him out, is because the incompetence of the last few seasons. But I get it. He's a learning manager, right? I don't care about that, for one. The reason why I mainly wanted him out, right, is because we've wanted a striker for so long, yeah. And I thought last season, even though I wanted him out not season just gone, the one before, even though I wanted him out, I thought, you know what, right? The summer's coming up. Do you know what? He's gonna buy a striker. He's gonna turn his life around and buy a striker. And I saw Sterling. And I saw fucking Sterling. Yeah, I can't even call him $100 billion Sterling. My man's a shilling right now. My man ain't even sterling no more. He's a shilling. You know what I'm saying? A European shilling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, not even that. A Jamaican dollar shilling. Yeah. Do you know how much that's worth? That's worth nothing, bro. Your hair's probably worth more than that, blood. You know what I'm saying? No, real talk, fam. Real talk, fam. And the thing is, I'm not just expecting these accolades, right? You're only as good, as the season that you put in. And it was pathetic.
Yeah.
Mate, his best game was against the League One team. Mate, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And he still didn't score.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things where when someone does something so incompetent, mate, look, I'm a manager where I work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm a manager, bruv, where I work. And I have sacked people for less. Yeah. I have sacked people for less incompetent things, bruv. You know what I'm saying? And I get people saying, but he took us from 8th, 5th to 2nd 3 times. Just listen to yourselves. Just listen to yourselves. He took us from where to where? Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? 2nd place is no better than 8th place. It's no better than 15th place. It's just a banter and an extra place you won't be in Europe. But the fact of the matter is, you didn't win anything. Yeah? And that's my thing. Fair enough, the first FA Cup. But then after that, when you got fucking seconds, right? After finishing 5th, which no one said that you would, not even I would, I thought we're gonna be finishing 4th, top 4, and then we're gonna build ourselves up. When we finish 2nd, right? Do you know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to build on what you have already. Because you know that you knocked on the door and you failed because of injuries or not being clinical, or a number 10, or a midfielder, or your goalkeeper. We got the Raya thing, and which I didn't get at the time because I had this thing for Ramsdale. Do you know all of his antics? His antics was better than his goalkeeping skills. Yeah, let me not
Yeah.
let's just put it out there. And that's what we love. We love the fact that Arsenal can shithousery teams and not take no bullshit from anyone else. Yeah. But his goalkeeping was just average. There's a reason why he's probably the most relegated goalkeeper there is. You know what I'm saying? Because under pressure he folds, and we've seen it time and time again. But it is what it is, yeah. We got Raya. Yeah, I didn't get at that point, but you know what? Raya has been a godsend for Arsenal, and he's been a boss. He does something, he has stupid moments, but you know what? Yeah, all good keepers are crazy. You know what I'm saying? Apart from Allison, and Allison is a freak of nature. He's a fucking alien. Yeah, I'll put it out there. You know what I'm saying?
He's one of a kind.
So when we get signings like that, I'm thinking, okay, that's gonna change our fortunes, yeah. But then we keep a fucking Zinchenko, right? We keep a Jesus, yeah. We don't do nothing. Well, Martinelli had his that season had his best season, but we don't buy a striker, yeah. Odegaard had his best season. So do you know what? Yeah, I thought, do you know what? Right, let's get a backup for him. You know what I'm saying? On the bench. You get me? Okay, fair enough. We brought Trossard in, but Trossard is a bench guy. But then who else was there? We lost Reece Nelson. We lost Smith Rowe. Who did we replace them with? We replaced them with fucking Sterling. You get me? And Moreno. Calafiori. Do you know what? Calafiori is decent, so I'm not going to really disrespect him. And he slotted in quite nicely. Yeah. We got fucking Moreno and what's his name? Sterling. Moreno was so shit, he couldn't play in midfield. So do you know what they did? They said, you're the shittest player in the field. We're just gonna fling you up top to make up the numbers and hopefully he can score a goal. He scored us goals. Is he good enough? No. You get me? Even as a striker, he's not good enough.
No.
And this is why I want Arteta gone. This is why I said what I said at that point. You get me? Because no matter what happens, yeah, with Arsenal, we could have won a Premier League last season. I still don't want him gone because I know his fucking ego, bro. I get his ego. His ego is fucking like he's got like main character syndrome. You know what I'm saying? He always wants to be the guy. You know what I'm saying? Overshadow Arsenal. You get me? He's one of those guys that fucking wins a charity shield and says, "Yeah, it's a fucking trophy." He's a guy, yeah, that will say, "Do you know what? Yeah, I am. We lost to Man United because of football." Because it's a different type of football. We've never played without football. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? He's that guy. Yeah. And this is why I want him gone out my club. Forget second place. Yeah. Forget second place. Okay. King, I'm going to ask a question quick.
Yeah.
Who's the greatest 100-meter runner of all time?
All time, Usain Bolt.
Tell me all the people that's finished second.
I don't know who's finished second. The only one I know was his like partner with like Johan Blake.
Johan Blake probably did. Yusufa Powell probably did.
Yeah, probably did.
And the thing is, we're just speculating right now. They probably did, but we don't know 100%. Yeah. So do you know more of the story is? Yeah, no one gives a fuck who finishes second. We all know Michael Phelps, who finished second in those races, and he's probably the most decorated Olympian there is. Even though swimming is a lot easier than racing. Because for challenges wise, you get me. But no one cares about second place. No one gives a shit about that. We all know who Michael Johnson was in the late 90s and early 2000s. Yeah, he won 100, 200 and 400. Yeah, he was the world record holder before Usain Bolt broke it. But who was second place then? Because no one gives a flying fuck. When Michael Schumacher won it, who was second place? No one gives a fuck about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? What everyone cares about is who won. You get me? It's who won. All right? That's who people care about. That's what I care about. You get me? No one cares about the score after a while. Like after a while, like people are gonna say, do you know what? Yeah, Tottenham won their first fucking trophy for how long? And fucking no, it had to be a European trophy. You hear what I'm saying? Right? And the thing is, yeah, it was so poor the game. And it was a fucking own goal. It was probably the worst final in final history, yeah? But do you know what, yeah? In 15, 20 years, no one's going to give a shit about that. All people care about is that they won. You get me?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to say. It's about winning. And with this man, like, in his head, yeah? Okay. I want to be disrespectful because this is what I do in it, yeah, at times, right? It's like this, right? Yeah? When a person is big, yeah, and they see themselves in the mirror as got six packs and all of that, and they want to lose weight, but they refuse to go gym. Whose fault is that? It's their fault.
Yeah.
Why are we second place? Because of Arteta. You know what I'm saying? Why have we stagnated? We was on a trajectory, yeah? But now we have stagnated, and now we are stagnated, yeah? Everyone is catching up. But Arteta don't see that, and these soulful top gooners, I don't even understand how. Like, one day I'm gonna jump on one of these shows, one of them, yeah. Excuse me, the so-called top gooners. I want to ask them, why do you think you're a top gooner? What makes you a top gooner? Why? Because you're positive. That means ain't you a positive gooner or an arsehole of a gooner? Yeah, or a gooner that don't that I can't see like what color the sky is. It's like telling them, yeah, it's a blue sky today. Nah, mate, it's great. I saw grey clouds. I swear I saw grey clouds today. Are you one of them guys? Nah, is that what top gooner is? You know what I'm saying? Because I'll just call you an idiot because that's what you are. Because you know what, yeah, if you're happy about being in second place all the time, or saying, yeah, but then Arteta's done very well for us, yeah, like I don't get it. What do we class as being good and very well? Because if I said that Nottingham Forest had a very good season this season, yes, they did. If I said Crystal Palace had a very good season this season, yes, they did. Newcastle,
Yeah.
yes, they did. You know what I'm saying? Aston Villa, yes, they did. Actually, the last two seasons. The reason why is because their what's that word? Their
Expectations.
the expectation of a season is different from, let's say, clubs like mine and yours. Clubs like
Yeah.
mine and yours, if we haven't won anything for the season, it's a failure of a season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Our minimum, when I say our minimum target, is to get into Europe. Yeah, that's with the added of a fucking trophy. That should be our minimum target every single season. If we get one but not the other, it's a failure for me. You know what I'm saying? Okay. When I say into Europe, I mean Champions League, because we know a trophy will get you into Europe. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Champions League football because of the stature of our club,
Top
because
four
of
and
what we
on the
play.
trophy is the basics. That's the basic
Yeah,
one.
that's
The
our
basic.
minimum target. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So we haven't even hit our minimum target. We've hit the Cronky's minimum target for money wise. Yeah, I get that because it's a business after all. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But then you're spending all of this money for what reason? What are you building with all this money that you're spending? You know what I'm saying? With all of this, like near enough fucking 900 mil. Cool, it's not my money. I don't give a flying fuck. I want you to spend all your money. But guess what? You have to be spending it to actually win something. You know what I'm saying? To be relevant again. You get me? Not here. My Arsenal fans getting cooked. And the thing is, like I understand why people cook my Arsenal fans because they're fucking simpletons, blood. They're fucking simpletons, bro. You get me?
Well, it's been a long time. You put it this way: the Emirates era has been unsuccessful for the most part, and this is when you have to kind of look at the numbers, right? 21 years, 21 years since a league title, no Champions Leagues in the history, no Europa Leagues, and you've gone back to back seconds. Cool. What do you need to get to the next level? What do you need to get to move on? You need a better manager, you need a better striker, and you need to add additions that raise the level of your club. Because in the end of the day, Arteta has shown that he's not good enough to win. Is what it is. That's the honest truth. And whether you like Arteta, hate Arteta, that's the truth of the matter. Because when it comes to this football league, you've come second, what, 3 times now?
Three
Three
times.
times. 3 times. Okay, once, shame on me. 2, shame on you. 3, come on, we're just acting fool. 3 times?
They're taking a
3
piss now, bro. That's what
Yeah,
it is. They're
it
taking a
like,
piss.
and I say that this season is the last chance, but
Mm.
I'd be honest, if it was me, after the first or second season, he'd be gone. Because what did Chelsea do when Ranieri finished second the season that Roman came in? And he had a great season, no
Yeah, he did.
doubt, for him. Got Jose back-to-back league titles. That's what Arsenal should have done. You get that second. Thank you for your job, Arteta. You've put us back onto a decent
Mhm.
level. Bring in the next guy that will, because in the end of the day, you gave him too much power. You allowed him to sign players he wanted, which weren't good enough. Edu Gaspar wasn't good enough. Even Berta coming in hasn't been good
Yeah,
enough so far.
yeah,
So you have these names, you have people there, but they're just names now. They're just names because this is the Arteta regime right
yeah.
now. And is he going to win the league next year? No. You look at what Liverpool are doing. You look at what City are doing. I don't think you're going to. I think you can't even. I don't think you finish second again at this rate. Because the thing about and the funny thing is about Gyökeres is this: he's not guaranteed money. The last striker that came from the Portuguese league, Nunes, look what happened to him. So it's not like it's a guaranteed he's going to be successful. The other thing people don't talk about Gyökeres is your style for last season was mainly around crosses, free kicks, and corners. Gyökeres can't hit head at all. His headers are non-existent. So when you're doing the corners, the free kicks, the crosses, he ain't scoring from that. It's about keeping it on the ground with him. So
Do
you
you know
need
what? Yeah, yes, I
you
go.
need him. You need him plus another. You need, for me personally, I would have bought two strikers. I would have brought him because he can do the in behind, the run thing. When when you do the cutbacks, cool. But when you're doing the corners, the free kicks, the backup, you need that Giroud type backup striker that can come in the last 20 minutes and get yourself a header. Is Kai Havertz going to be that guy? No, he's not good enough for that. Is Moreno going to be that guy? Maybe, but he shouldn't even be in your club because he wasn't good enough in the first place. So for me, you needed multiple strikers for me for your squad, because the best version of Arsenal had multiple strikers. The best version of United had multiple strikers. The best, look at early 2000s. Every team had three, maybe even four strikers. You don't even have one right now. And if you bring Gyökeres, that's one. Jesus is not a striker. Havertz is not a striker. Marino is not a striker. They all makeshift. Before Jesus came to Arsenal, he was playing right wing for City. Deep that he's playing right wing for City because he wasn't deemed a striker. That's the problem.
To not make it even worse with that, Jesus was bought as supposedly Aguero's a replacement because Aguero and Pep fell out when came. And then he thought, I want to bring him in, blah blah blah. He realized he flopped, so he called back on Aguero. And then my man sat on 3/4 of the games, and then came on as Sterling's replacement. How ironic is that? You know what I'm saying? This is why I don't trust this dude. And what you're saying is totally right. But the only thing is that the reason why we've had to play the spam balls and all of that, you got to remember, because we haven't got a target man. We haven't got actually a man to put the ball behind. Because what I have seen from Gyökeres, and you know what is, I can't judge him by Nunes' standard, because for one, they're two completely different players, and there has been successful stories coming out of Portugal. So I'm not going to jump on that hype. I'm more looking at the fact that this is a man that scored 39 goals for his club last season. That's what I'm looking at. And if people were saying the Portuguese is shit, the next best person scored 19 goals. They scored 20 goals less than him. So if he gave up half of his goals, he will still be higher than the second place top goal scorer. And that's something that people ain't talking about more enough. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I see. You know what I'm saying? Remember what I said in my job, there's certain things that I have to look at. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that I have to look at. Commodities. You know what I'm saying? As a commodity, I think he'll fit in just because he is too good for that league. If second and third to fifth, had, let's say, three or four goals in between them, that they're where they're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? My man scored 39 goals. 20 goals more than the next person. Most of these goals was play on the half terms, putting the ball through the lines, him running, pace, power, hitting the ball low and hard. You know what I'm saying? Very low and hard. He literally puts his foot right through it. You know what I'm saying? We have those ball players at Arsenal, because we had that in Partey. We got that still in Zubimendi, because Zubimendi is to control the game. You know what I'm saying? Odegaard, as poor as he is, we haven't seen what he can do with a striker when he's constantly turning around, hair flicking, turn the other way, hair flicking, and all the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? He can do those balls. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Saka do those balls as well. But just remember, if they were to do those balls, who they did it to? Moreno, Zinchenko, or Jesus? Moreno will fucking get the ball lost somewhere. Jesus, would spin around, and then hit the ball of target, because I haven't seen him score a banger yet. And actually did score one, so I'm not gonna figure. And Havertz, Havertz is a two-legged donkey, bro. That is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He's done his thing, but you know what, right? He's not what I would like in my team going forward, because he's been in my team how many seasons now? And what have we won? You know what I'm saying? We've won the hearts of the fans. Well, fuck the fans. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I'm not going to kind of jump on that on the Gokarest train where it's like I want to be Mr. Negative and like be my usual self with that and try to pick holes from it because he's better than every other striker. When he was scoring those goals against Man City, fair enough, 2 of them were penalties, right? But guess what? You got to step up and score them. And to score the first penalty and then score the second one as well, the second one's a lot harder than the first one, just because you like the keeper wants revenge now. Yeah, and the keeper's kind of sussed out how your body moves when it comes to the penalties. But then scoring the third, that was beautiful. No one said that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to jump on the hype and say, do you know what? Yeah, just because of Darwin Núñez. You know what I'm saying? They're 2 different players. It's just like when man used to fucking compare Saka to Palmer. They're 2 completely different players who should be playing in 2 different positions, right? But then people just do that because what? Because what? They play Palmer on the right, Saka plays on the right, when we all know Palmer is not a right-sided player. You know what I'm saying? The skill set is completely different.
Yeah.
They score very similar goals. They get similar numbers in assists. The difference is Saka's been doing it ever since he stepped into the limelight. Yeah. People forget that Palmer had a very unsuccessful season at City. Yeah. Where he came on and he just fucking flopped. Whether it was hype, whether it was due to AIDS because it was 19 at that time, whatever. I don't know. I don't care. He's not a City player at this moment. So I'm not going to compare the two. You know what I'm saying? It's like chalk and cheese. I don't mind eating cheese, but I ain't eating no chalk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is why I'm not going to compare them. And
I will say this though, with him. You know what the other thing I had the issue with is that it was Gyökeres or Sesko.
Yeah.
You needed both. That's I would get both because you get Gyökeres who can start, you can get Sesko who can come off the bench and thrive that way. But I feel like Arsenal needed more than one type of striker because if let's say if Gyökeres is let's say for example Gyökeres is successful, he scores 15 to 20 goals. Cool. Who's coming off the bench to score maybe another 10 to 12 goals? Who's coming off the bench to do that in the striker business? But Havertz can be inconsistent, and I feel for him, I don't know. I don't know if he's someone that can help in that sense. I don't know. Maybe off the bench.
It's like, I get what you're saying with the Sesko thing because you could have bought him and he could actually play on the left hand side as well. Yeah. So it's like a different option, but you got to remember, I'm trying to see it from Arteta's eyes now, right? As stupid as he is, yeah, he's seen it like this, yeah. Havertz has proven that he can actually do a job, not a very good job. He's more like a handyman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he can get you out of trouble, but longevity, he's not the person that you go to. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So if we're talking about those games where we're just going to see the game out, we're going to give him a rest, we might need an extra goal or something like that, you bring on Havertz because you know what? He's going to score those 10 goals in the season. And history has kind of shown me that even down to before he got injured and even while he was injured, he was Arsenal's top goal scorer. You know what I'm saying? And I don't rate that, but it is what it is. Like, numbers don't lie. Performances do, but numbers don't lie. Right? So I'm not going to go at him like that, but I will say that we should have got a second striker, even if we got someone like Ollie Watkins, yeah, that can I don't care if you're Prem proven, because you see all of this Prem proven bullshit. Let me show you who was Prem proven but did nothing for us. Sylvestre, yeah, where we got it from Man United. He done fuck all for us, yeah. We got Francis Jeffers. He was supposed to be a wonder kid. He was the top goal scorer for England under 21 until Nketiah broke it. What the fuck did he do for us? Nothing. Even though we got he got a Premier League medal, he did fuck all for us. You know what I'm saying? So when we're talking about Prem proven, I don't give a fuck about Prem proven. You get me? I give a fuck about what can you do for my team. What can you do for my team? You get me?
Yeah.
Can you take my team to the next level? If not, why are you there? And it goes for players, yeah, and manager. Because as much as I have so much respect for what Saka has done and him in the team, if he ever done a decline or he wasn't given the performances that Arsenal fans deserve to get us over the line, then I think he should be gone. There's no reason why he should stay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Why? Because we like him. We like him, mate. I've like plenty of people at my workplace, but yeah, I sack them. Why? Because they're not performing. And when it comes down to it, yeah, performance is over everything. If you're not performing, then you're gone. It's just like if I'm not performing, I'm gone. You got to work hard. That King, yeah. If you're not performing, if you're not keeping yourself relevant as a voice in this space, yeah, like you're not gonna get no one listening to you. And do you know
Yeah,
what it starts? It
exactly.
starts with your regulars, yeah, and then other people come on, they jump on, blah 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 blah, and all the rest of it until you know what, yeah, your hard work, you're reaping the fruits of your labor, yeah.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
person that can show me this, and I'm not really a big fan of his. I'm more of a Messi fan. Ronaldo, yeah. Ronaldo was a good player. No, he
yeah,
was a good player. I'm not gonna lie to people. He wasn't very good. He was good. When I saw Messi first game, he was very good. Yeah. When I saw Ronaldo's first game, he was good. But yet, yeah, Ronaldo was challenging Messi every season. He went from good to world class. No, he went from good to alien level. You know what I'm saying? Messi was very good to alien level. You know what I'm saying? Them man there, when you talk about them two, there's no one that comes into that category. You know what I'm saying? When we're talking about them two, you got to talk about people like Pele and Maradona. And I wasn't alive well Maradona, I was alive when he was playing, but I wasn't watching him. You know what I'm saying? I was a little picky that time there. So I'm not going to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? So how can you so like there's not many players like that, yeah? You know what I'm saying? There's not gonna be many players like that. You know what I'm saying? So like we have to kind of get the best of the rest now. This ties back into this whole Madueke thing. You know what I'm saying? How we started. Yeah? And this is why I'm so disappointed. I'm not even like who do you blame? Do you blame Arteta? Do you blame lazy scouting? Or do you blame the owners? You know what I'm saying? Because you can't blame all of them because not all of them's at fault. Because let's put it this way: are they incompetent? Yes, the owners are incompetent. I'll put it that the reason why they're incompetent because it's not the fact that they're spending the money. That's actually good because Arsenal was never known to spend money like that. We always
yeah,
look for the cheaper alternative. Yeah, the up and comer, right? But the reason why I blame the Cronkies is because if you don't know about football and you're investing in a business now, yeah, you are rich enough to get the best people that understand football to see who we want, who we need, in what position, and what we're gonna do. And that's my biggest problem. You know what I'm saying? Arteta's an idiot, but he's still an employee. So if he's not giving us nothing, who's to blame then? You get me? It's always it goes back down to the Cronkies. And I'm happy, like I said, I'm happy that they're spending money and they're actually investing in Arsenal, but they still got Arteta at the helm. It's like this, yeah. If you put Pep or Slot in Arsenal's team, they win. They win the league the last 3 seasons. Pep or Slot, yeah. I said, if you put Mourinho in Arsenal's team the last 3 seasons, he wins the league. If you put Allegri there, he wins. You know what I'm saying? If you put, let's say, go back to the greats, Alex Ferguson, Dalglish, Arsene Wenger, he wins the league. Yeah, these are level managers. These are top tier managers. We have Arteta. We finished second 3 times. Make that make sense. So if we're not in those places where we need to be, who's the issue? You know what I'm saying? What's the real issue? Is it the owners or is it the man that's stealing money? Because if I can get away with stealing money, I'll do that all day long. But I can't.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll get sacked. It's as simple as that. So who do you blame now?
Yeah, and it's also down to who the owners pick as the leaders of the football operations as well. Those guys that hired Arteta, and also obviously you brought in Bert as the director of football. He also must have a decision making on who he wants as manager. Does he think Arteta's good enough, or is Arteta in charge of him? You don't really know that. What is the structure that they've put in place? Because that's when you see the best clubs is when there's a structure, when you know the hierarchy of okay, if this guy fails, then the next guy can get rid of him and bring his own guy in. But if
Yeah.
that guy fails, then the next guy can bring in someone else. Is Arsenal's structure good enough for them to be a successful club going forward? You can't. From the outside looking in, I can't even tell. I can't even tell, and I don't know if the Cronkies care enough for that, because for them, and as you said, top four is all they need, because they're looking at it as a business. They're making their money.
Okay, yeah, I've said this plenty of times, and I'm sure you've heard me say this as well. I'm going to ask you a question. Who of notice, or who, as a bad man, has Berta ever signed for his old club?
Berta, I don't really know him like that. Like, he was at Atletico Madrid. He signed.
Do you know the funny thing is, you can Google it, and the best someone could tell me, was two players. They said, who was it? Diego Costa, and he brought back a failed Griezmann. That's all people can say. He's had ballers at his club, but then guess what? He's bought them young, with talent, and they sold them on to bigger clubs. Do you know what I'm saying? So this is why I say I don't trust this dude. This is just like an Arteta with a name. Is what I'm saying. It's like buying Gucci or Versace or Louis Vuitton. Yeah.
To be honest, Oblak and Rodri are decent, but you never know.
You
never know how
No. Did he buy them as ballers? Yeah.
Mm.
Or did he get them young, make them, and then sell them? Because my thing is, I don't need no up and comer brother in my team. I don't want that. When you're starting off, you're getting an up and comer. Man United need up and comers because they nowhere near the levels of our two clubs right now. Yeah, they need that. Clubs like ours, we need ballers, bro. This is why you lot don't want Jackson. Jackson's going to be a great striker in 3 years, but can you not wait? No, you can't. Am I lying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Rodri took 2.5 seasons to become that baller. So did All Black. You know what I'm saying? It's that we want another project. So let's say like this, he's a project manager. He's a project. What do you call it? A project. Do that handle the transfers. What do they call him?
Yeah.
Director. You know what I'm saying? Director of football. Whatever.
So if he's a project director of football, then signing him would mean that you would have to get rid of Arteta, because then you would have to start fresh.
No, but then the thing is, signing him that fucks people's mind. It's like a Jedi mind fuck. Who do you blame? Is it Arteta? Is it Berta? Not realizing they're one and the same people because they're both like project people. This is why I said on Sarcasm City, I don't fucking trust him when he first came in. Because when he first came in, the first thing I did, was do my fucking homework about him. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't do that shit. They just say, oh, he's the guy that signed Aguero. Which Aguero are we talking about? Aguero at City or Aguero coming from where? Which Griezmann are we talking about? Which Diego Costa are we talking about? The one that was at Chelsea or the one that scored 6 goals for Atletico Madrid? Which one do you really want to talk about? Huh? Yeah. This is why I said I do not trust him, because numbers to me don't lie. Bro, numbers don't lie. Numbers do not lie. Whether it's ones and zeros, or whatever you do in life, you could be a hood pharmacist, right? Numbers don't lie. People do, but numbers don't. This is why I said, and I know you looked at his transfers, and you're probably still looking at them. And I want people out there to look at them as well. You know what I'm saying? Tell me which baller he bought to take Atletico to the next level.
Yeah, to be honest, he seems to be more project-based with his signings. So, I'm going to lie to you, he may not be I don't know. I feel like if you were going to bring him in, you would have to get rid of Arteta as well.
But what's the point? Because it's like this, If Arteta can't be a project man, because if we're a project man, therefore we're never got the we're never going to win a title, because you can't win a title with this day and age with a project. Like, it doesn't happen. Even a Leicester team, that wasn't a project. Them man have been playing ball together for like 4 years. Yeah, I look at them. They just added. That's what it is. Added ballers.
I mean, projects can be very quick. Like the PSG one, when they got rid of Mbappe and that, and then they made that team.
No, but the thing is, yeah, but then guess what? In their league, they didn't have no one of any oomph. Yeah.
Mm,
So they can get that winning, that they can get that winning mentality just from being in that. And they was always in the Champions League. So there was
yeah,
just learn lessons and all of that. Yeah. So basically that wasn't a project.
yeah. But you could even say that this current Arsenal thing is a failed project anyway,
Do you
because
know
you
what? Yeah.
haven't won anything in 5 years. So you would,
We was a project at the beginning. At the first few, let's say the first 2 seasons was a project, first 2, 3 seasons. But after that, we weren't a project. We're not a
yeah,
project. We're in those phases. Like it's not even a failed project. It's just a failed Arteta.
yeah,
Failed Arteta failed. You know what I'm saying? A project, yeah. Because if you're saying a project, it has to have a start and finish. Yeah.
yeah.
Because your project of building a house, yeah, it has to finish, right? The house phases has to finish. When he says trust the process, a process here means you're in the middle of something with an end.
I don't think there's an end for this one. That's the thing. That's why Arteta has to go, because there
Mate,
is no end.
there's no end.
There is no
There's no
end.
end. There's no end, bro.
And that
There's no
that
end.
that's probably thinking about it, thinking of it in that way. That's why Arteta has to go. Because regardless, let's say if Arteta does go, you have to start again. And that
We
that
don't.
might be annoying to say, but
We
I
don't.
mean start again in the sense of bringing in a manager that within a year or two can win you a league, or
No, we
even
don't.
within a year.
Do you know why? We don't, because if like remember what I said to you before, if you put like a Pep or a manager with any of would have won those for the last 3 seasons, yeah, therefore the style's there, the players are there. So what's missing? So because like it's like this, right? If like the
But it
only
will take
reason
time to get rid of some of these guys because a
no
proper
sorry,
manager would. Some of these
yeah,
guys would have to go.
but do you know what, right? We don't actually need to get rid of that many people. Like obviously, like Tomiyasu's gone, Reece Nelson's gonna go, like which I'm good. Like yeah, Reece Nelson's gone, Tomiyasu, who was it? Tierney's gone. I want Zinchenko gone. He's gonna go. Jesus is gonna go, and so forth. Yeah, I get that. But everyone else, what you need to do is just get like let's say 4 players, 3 to 4 players. If you can get 2 starters, yeah, and 2 bench, yeah, that's good enough for the bench to actually make our players better. Yeah, we've gone from here to here. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But then shouldn't that be your season every season?
yeah,
Because you're always supposed to always keep it fresh. Every single year, the players are getting old. They might get injured, this and that. So you have to always look to replace them. Let me show you something here. In February, March, you're telling me that most managers don't know who they're going to replace. It's like this year. The what is it? The tax calendar is in April, yeah, beginning of April. Yeah. I need to be thinking of next year. You know what I'm saying? Forward thinking. Because that's how businesses are run. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And this is why I said that this manager is an idiot. He's an idiot. This is why I said, like if we got in a better manager, we would have won a league. We would have won a cup to minimum. Would have won a league, bro. Yeah. It's like it's not Arteta's fault that Havertz missed an open goal against Man United. Yeah. It's not Havertz's fault. It's Arteta's fault for playing Havertz. It's Arteta's fault for putting Havertz in that position.
It's
That's
his
his
fault for
fault.
buying him. It's his fault for buying him. That's
There
the
you
one
go.
you have to say.
And it's his fault for not buying a striker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even with the Madueke one, it's his fault for buying him because that's probably the thing that is the biggest issue is that his issue is not so much like as a coach he's okay. He's an okay coach, but the things that get you to the next level is being able to sign the right players and
Yeah.
being able to get yourself over the line. And those are the 2 things he hasn't shown he can do. So that means he has to go. Now, unfortunately, he's still here, but for me, he would have been gone time ago. Maybe even 2 years ago, he would have been gone. The first time you got the season where you were 93% on top and still lost. That season, he would have been gone because
Yeah.
that's a level of failure that shouldn't be allowed at any club.
That's our first year on top.
Yeah, that year,
First year.
that year, he should have been gone then. You
Mate,
bring in a better manager to.
If that was fucking Abramovich, yeah, that helicopter would have flown in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the manager knows. The manager wouldn't even pack up his stuff and go. Like I keep on saying, he will treat that manager like Uncle Phil treated Judge Jeff. He would have kicked the motherfucker out of the house flat on his face, time after time, bro. He brought a manager back just to kick him out again. You know what I'm saying? That's how ruthless he is. You know what I'm saying? And I get the pool of footballers, just like the pool of managers, is not that big. Yeah, I get that. But guess what? The price that Arteta's on, you give one of these top managers, these better managers, the money. Yeah, you entice them, because it's like this, right? If you pay the money or you offer to pay the money, now it's down for them to say no. But guess what? You offered that. You offered a going rate or above, because we all know what Arsenal did. We took Havertz, put him on a higher wage. We took Zinchenko, put him on a higher wage. We took Jesus, put him on a higher wage. Even Jorginho, put him on a higher. Well, I'm not going to be talking about him because he done his thing. You know what I'm saying at Arsenal? Yeah. He done what he was supposed to do.
Is Arteta the highest paid manager? I swear.
He's probably the third highest paid manager. I think he's getting like 15 mil a year.
So for that kind of money, most managers will take that. You could have got a better manager. You could have, for that kind of money, they're gonna make that move. They're gonna make that move. You could have got some of the best, especially that was available 2 years ago. You're looking at what PSG is doing. You could have brought what's his name, Enrique. You probably could have gone Allegri. You could have got the best in class for that kind of money. So it's not like Arsenal can't do it. It's just they don't have the right structure. They don't have the mentality as a club. That's the thing about Arsenal.
It's the mentality. I don't think it's the structure. I think it's the mentality. I just think the mentality of Arsenal is so pathetic, because the culture of Arsenal is like, we want to do things the right way. We want to finish second. We don't want to overexert ourselves with him, because remember back in the day it was finishing in the top 4, not buying the best of the best players just because we're paying them for the Emirates, right? And all of that. It's always an excuse for Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? It's never the fact that, do you know what? Yeah, Arsenal was never good enough. It just makes me sick to actually understand and to listen to these fucking so-called Top Gooner fans gaslight this whole thing. It hasn't been good enough. It's been 21 years since we won a league. How the fuck can it be 21 years? We're a big club. We're a big club. And 21 years since we won a league, bro. 21 years. You know what I'm saying? I can understand if it was 5 years since we won the Premier League. I get that, because you know what? Premier League is hard. You know what I'm saying? It's a marathon, yeah? Cup games, you can get lucky. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? Or it's the teams that you play. It's like you lot won the Club World Cup. Like, who gives a fuck who you beat, bruv? You know what I'm saying? Why not blame Man City if you're not beating Flamingo?
Yeah, exactly.
Why not blame them?
Halal. They didn't beat Halal. Inter Milan didn't beat Flamingo. Other teams lost.
Bayern Munich lost. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Bayern Munich played, who was it? Inter, innit? Yeah, no. Bayern Munich played.
They lost to Madrid.
Real Madrid, yeah. But like, why not blame one of these teams for not doing their job?
Oh, no, they lost to PSG actually. No, my bad.
Yeah, PSG. It's just like this, yeah. When was it 2 seasons ago when we could have won the league or could have like drew points or gone 1 point ahead of Man City, only if Tottenham would have beat Man City. Yeah, I remember. Like, you probably remember that. Yeah. And I was saying, Arsenal fans, yeah. I hope Tottenham win. Like, do you know what? Yeah, I was like, fuck Tottenham, bro. I hope they lose. Yeah, I don't want to lose. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I want to win a league. Yeah, but my whole thing is, why are you fucking going to your enemy now to help you win when we could have fucking, if we would have beat fucking Aston Villa, it was that game right there that done it for me. Yeah.
It's what your own team does. And you know what's crazy is the pictures of the joint badge, the whole thing. Is people don't understand that it's a rival. In the end of the day, Tottenham and Arsenal are rivals. So why are you asking your rival to do something? You know they weren't going to win that game. You know when Son was going through, he ain't going to score, because on the back of his mind he says, "Oh no, I can't help the rivals win."
No, bro. You hear me? Any stream that you're in that you hear me on, yeah. One of the first things I say is, "Fuck Tottenham, bro." Am I lying, bro?
Yeah, every time.
Bro. Put me in a Tottenham fan, like, you know me, bro. Like, Tottenham just won the Europa League, yeah. I was still, bro, I'm still running my mouth to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they have a more relevant trophy than we have. They have a European trophy in modern day football, and we haven't got one. All we got is a Cup Winners' Cup. And I will still sing that loud, but I'm proud, blood. You get what I'm saying? Yeah?
Yeah.
Because I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not just an Arsenal fan. I'm an Islington born and bred, still living in Islington, yeah? Arsenal fan. You know what I'm saying? When you cut me, I cut Arsenal blood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? I'm proud of it, bro. When I rarely wear Arsenal tops nowadays, you know what I'm saying? But I do always have the latest ones because, you know, for Father's Day, my kids get me the tops and stuff like that. Or my wife might buy me a little something. And yeah, do you know, it's good to tell you why, because I've got a collection from when I was quite high. You know what I'm saying? So that's my team. You hear me? But regardless of it, what I was saying was is that the level of fandom that I see nowadays is pathetic. Why am I going to my local rivals and ask them to help us win the title? Please, sir, can we have some more, please? That fucking Oliver Twist, bro. Yeah. Why not blame the manager? Yeah. For fucking picking these fucking bullshit players, yeah, not motivating them enough, yeah. We had an ex-manager in Emery, and we lost to him how many times? And he was one of the reasons why. We bought a player like Declan Rice from fucking what was it, West Ham that season, but yeah, we lost to them, and that was another reason why. That's another 3 points gone. Yeah. Can you imagine? We won one of those 2 games. Yeah, would have been champions. Just one of those 2 games.
Yeah. It's the games. It's the games that you mess up when it's teams that you should have beaten, and you should have done better. Those are the games that you kind of should be focused on. It's not about what the other team does. In the end of the day, that's the difference between a winner and a loser. A winner focuses on themselves. See, when you look at Liverpool and City, they focus on themselves. They like when you actually listen to winners, they focus on themselves. Usain Bolt is focusing on himself. Michael Jordan is focusing on himself. LeBron James is focusing on himself. Michael Schumacher on himself. They're not focusing about the others. They don't care what the others are doing. What am I doing? What am I doing to make sure that I win? And that's what fans need to kind of understand. And especially with this Arsenal situation, 21 years. That's 2 decades. That's too long, and it can be 30. And you know what? 30 comes up real quick. 30 turns to 40. Next thing you know, it's going to be 50 years, and it can be that bad. It can be that bad, especially with the way that your fan base is moving and the way that they celebrate top 4 like it's something, or second again, or the players that understandable about the players that you sign. Oh, Madueke. Oh yeah, man. What a great side. Come on, man. Come on.
Mate,
be honest. Be honest.
Mate, it's like that's the thing. It's just the honesty. There's no honesty in my fan base because it's like, don't get me wrong, every fan base is annoying. You know what I'm saying? Every single fan base is annoying. Maybe because it's like my fan base blew up, was one of the first ones to blow up in that kind of way. And we kind of set the trends, and so all the other fan bases are kind of eating off that fact, and they hate the fact that Arsenal fans like me saying all of that. But then you got to kind of be realistic now. You know what I'm saying? If a person is not good enough, yeah, let him go. It's okay. It's okay to say you failed, because I never. Excuse me. When my kids were growing up in life, right, I said to them, how you fail is not trying. If you fail again, yeah, okay. If you fail 3 times, you need to change it up. Yeah, because when I say you fail 3 times, it's like this, right? If you're trying to draw something, there's reasons why you're failing. It's either you're using the wrong pencil, you're rushing, yeah, or just you're not good enough. You got to choose which one it is. Is what I'm saying. So I see it like me. I see life as, you know what, yeah. But eight, not good enough. I didn't want him after that, yeah, because then you was no better than Emery, even if he's a new manager. I don't care. I'm not giving no one no grace. Do you know what? Yeah, it's like this, right? Yeah, I'm going to make my mistakes. Like, okay, I'll put it like this. I used to be a plumber, yeah, back in the day, right, before I started the office life and all of that. I used to be a plumber, and I was at smaller companies that I knew that I could make a lot of mistakes with. because I knew they were insured and things will get fixed. So I didn't have to pay no money out of my pocket. Yeah. So anything that's new to you, you're going to make mistakes, which I get, which I understand. But then there's League One for that. There's League Two for that. There's League Three for that. There's Blue Square League. There's Serie B, Serie C. Yeah. How many leagues is that I just mentioned? There's La Liga. There's La Liga One, La Liga A, La Liga whatever. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. There's the lower levels to do that.
You could do what Patrick Vieira did. Yeah. Go America. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously it's different because when skin color comes into it, I get that, but that's not a conversation for today. But you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Why did Arsenal give this dude, a dude that's supposedly getting supposedly good with wingers, yeah? When I've asked this question to so many other people, no one likes to answer my questions. No one can. Now I want to ask you a question now. He's supposed to be good with wingers. Tell me one winger that he's made step up. One winger. Because you remember when they said, when Pep said, oh, Arteta's so good at wingers, that's the only reason why Sterling and Mahrez have stepped up is because of this. No, Sterling missed a shitload of chances. But then guess what? If you have 8 chances, you're going to score 4.
Yeah.
Low of averages. Mahrez was a baller. Mahrez could go to fucking Lalau, whatever it's called, yeah, and fucking score 40 goals, bro. That's how good this baller was. Mahrez
he was good at Leicester already.
As Robin. That's how I must rate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was already there.
I rate fucking Mahrez higher than I rate Salah. You know what I'm saying? He was a fucking bro. He was a baller.
Yeah.
So like when I say to people,
he was a Prem winner with Leicester before he went to City.
Yeah, he was.
Already.
Yeah, he was.
He was already there. He was already. What's there to improve?
There you go. That's what I'm saying. So this is why I said, you see, like this year, I don't really ask many questions like that, yeah. But when I do ask these kind of questions, no one's got an answer for me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
There isn't an answer though, because none of them got that much better. Maybe Saka at most.
No, I don't think Saka's got better because of him. Because just remember, Saka played 4 different positions. Yeah, he was on a trajectory. Yeah, the only thing that he needed to do was not get injured or not get no major injury while he was going through his transitions. You know, let's say the 3rd year he came in, that's when he couldn't afford to have an injury, and he didn't, and that's what propelled him. You know what I'm saying? Because the moment he got into the team, he's been going from heights to heights to heights to heights. He didn't bring him into the team. Saka was only in the team because Tierney got injured and we didn't have a left back. That's the reason why Saka got into the team. You know what I'm saying? Under Emery. And then ever since that year, he hasn't come out of the team. He's gone from heights to heights to heights to heights. So like I said, what player has he made better? I can understand if Saka scored 8 goals for the one of the first seasons that Arteta's come and now scored us 30. I can say that. Do you know what? Yeah, Arteta's done wonders with him. You know what I'm saying? But he's never enough going up the levels that he should be. You know what I'm saying? If he went to any other club, if he went to your club, if he went to City, if he went to Man United, he would still be doing the same kind of game. Because he's not a fucking Mahrez. He's not playing in that mode. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he can't just switch like that. You know what I'm saying? He's strong. He's strong. You like he's like a bulldozer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, great center of gravity. Yeah. But I say again, because it's like this, if you said to me, do you know what, Martinelli's gone from strength to strength to strength, then I can say he's good with wingers. Because Martinelli was never a Saka. Because remember, at one stage, they tried to compare Martinelli and Saka just left him for dust.
Yeah.
Right? Martinelli declined. People say, do you know what, well, Xhaka, leave and go to Leverkusen, derail this season. No. If you're a great player, you can adapt to whatever situation that you're in because football's about different formations at a different point in time, right? Yeah. And you have to adapt to that. So I'm not going to have the same thing about a player leaving. All of that cold PM bullshit, that's still bullshit because the system was still the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that Declan Rice offers us more than what Xhaka does. Yeah. So why hasn't my man stepped up? He's heavily declined, to a point where he's so fast he can't even run past the fucking player. Or when I see him go past the player, it's like the player catches up. like off the ball, he's so fast on the ball, he's dribbling his shit because he can't lift his head up. And when he does lift his head up, he doesn't know where the fuck he's going. We get more corners from his side than anyone else's side. Yeah, he's had more missed crosses than the only people that's had more missed crosses was I think Anthony at the time, Garnacho, I think, and by the way, K, make that make sense.
Yeah. So to be honest, it seems like he had a purple patch and now he's just found his level, and maybe he was never meant to get any better than that.
I call it a Rashford patch. I call it a Rashford patch.
So stop selling us your players and send them overseas. Hey, listen, hey Rasta, Man United, we got conversations to have with Nicholas Jackson. Gotta have those conversations though. Yeah, you know, after the Madueke deal, Jackson. It's back-to-back seasons where Arsenal and United are piggy banks. I love it.
Bro, it pisses me off, bro. Do you know what it is? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like this, right? It's like me having 3 baby mums, yeah, and I'm funding their life. I'm funding their nails. They get their nails did, their head did, and everything did, and they're raving while I'm at home sitting there watching EastEnders. That's what it seems like. You know what I'm saying? It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Why the fuck are we help funding your players, bro? You know what I'm saying? We took Sterling off your book so you can get Sancho. Fair enough, Sancho did what wasn't the star that you hoped it to be, but you didn't know at that time. Yeah. So if he would have popped off and like shown his true talent, then you would have said thank you, Arsenal, blah 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 blah. Yeah. But then this is my issue.
We wanted to sign him. He just wanted too much wages.
Who's that? Sancho.
Sancho, yeah.
No. You see, my thing is it's like this here. What the point I'm trying to make is that instead of us going for a Sancho, because just remember, people, Arteta works well with younger players, right? That's what the whole narrative is. So don't you think Sancho is in the mode that Arteta can work with, right? So why did we buy over the mill Sterling? You know what I'm saying? And like when people say I'm too reactive and stuff like that, this is why I react. This is why I behave and go on the same way I do, because I see logic. You know what I'm saying? Not idiocy. Not idiots. Yeah. Not failure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see logic. I see the players that we should get. Yeah. I see the players that we need to get, but Arteta gets the players that he wants. And unfortunately, who he's wanted in this last 6 years or 5.5 years has won us nothing.
Yeah, last summer was a slap in the face when you got Sterling, because you know what the thing about the Sterling signing was? It was transfer deadline day as well. And it's like one of those things where it's like it just felt like it was just a panic. Oh, we needed a winger. You bring him in. He hardly played any games last season. I mean, on his video that he was gonna say, you're gonna see the best of me. You didn't really see him, to be honest. If anything, you just paid half his wages for a year and maybe a loan fee for nothing. And for nothing.
Mate, not seeing him is the best of him. Not seeing him was the best of him. So he wasn't right. He wasn't wrong there. So basically, he's another brother that stole money, and I don't blame Sterling. But like I said, just remember, we got Sterling, you got Sancho. Yeah, at the same time. Yeah, on deadline day, right? So we funded like we gave you the money to give to Man United.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what basically happened. You get me? Yeah. So we are having 2 baby mothers out here. That's where it is, blood. You get me? And it makes me sick, bro. It makes me sick to my stomach knowing that we constantly do these kind of fuckery things, blood. Why? Why after how many times, bro? Why after like you think they learned their lesson of the whole Jesus and the whole Zinchenko thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get, and like I said, I get it at that point in time. If we signed Madueke 4 seasons ago, right, I wouldn't even have a problem with it, because we're nowhere near top 4, realistically, because the first season we finished 5th. Right, we're in the transition where we need to buy bodies and we need to buy people that's played at a good level that knows what it takes. That's where the whole Zinchenko and the whole Jesus come in. I understand that, but then when we get to that point, what next?
True.
Exactly.
And
Like
you know what
he's fast.
the thing about the Madueke thing is 4 years ago he was at PSV, he'd have been cheaper. And you know what the crazy thing is? He hasn't done enough in these 2 seasons to be worth 20 more million. We bought him for 30 something, you got him for 50 something. He's not worth 20 more million in these two. There's nothing in these 2 seasons that has added 20 M's to him outside of the fact that he played for England. But come on, man. That's oh wow, is that 20 million extra worth? What has he done in these 2 seasons to add that extra value? I don't
Cash
know.
cow. Cash cow. Like it's like that piggy bank song by 50 Cent, bro.
Yeah.
Money goes into my piggy bank. Yeah. The piggy bank called Chelsea. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's like you said, it's if you're watching a player week in, week out, right? And then you can see something, you can see a glimpse of something. It's like this, yeah. Okay. Let me put it to the whole because I'm going to change it a little bit, but it's in the all coincide. Yeah, let me bring it to the whole Grealish thing, right? Man City should have never bought Grealish because I don't ever think Grealish was that great. Yeah,
Yeah.
at gaining fouls and all of that, but he was never a Man City player, right? The reason why I say this is because Man City, like their forwards, just be scoring a lot of goals. He was never really a real goal scorer. Yeah, he was a fan's favorite because he's a diehard. He'll run every single blade of the grass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Mm.
If you don't actually understand what I'm talking about, if you look at his Aston Villa career, he probably scored no more than 20 goals in 4 seasons.
Yeah, he was never prolific like that.
Yeah.
That wasn't his thing.
So he's a look good player. He's a look good
Yeah.
player. He's not really going to offer you much, but he's going to get a couple of fouls here and there. And don't tell me that they bought Grealish for them to create fouls and all of that, because that means you're just set piece FC. You know what I'm saying? So anyone that comes with that narrative, that's a load of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot harder to score from set piece than it is in open play. You know what I'm saying? Especially the kind of places where they get those set pieces. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about Grealish, should have went for Man City? No, for the money that he didn't know. But you know what? Yeah, he got his ways. The agent got his ways, and Aston Villa got the money, so they're happy. This is like the whole Madueke thing, man. What's he gonna do for us? Like when Grealish leaves, he's not gonna have his statue be put down as be one of the greats. Nah, mate. Bro, Gail Clichy is more highly rated than him. Fernandinho is more highly rated than him. David Silva, one of my favorite Man City players ever. Yeah, baller, bro. Like KDB can't even lace his boots, bro. You know what I'm saying? KDB can't even tighten up his studs on the bottom of his boots. You know what I'm saying? People cream KDB. You might need to watch fucking David Silva. He was a baller. He is Xavi Iniesta level balling. You get me? Yeah? Very underrated. Very underrated. Right? So when you're buying a Grealish, you're buying him for the sake of buying him because you know what? Yeah, you need more English players. You get me?
Yeah.
Why are we buying Madueke? At least if we say we haven't got that many English players, he fits the quota.
Right? But he isn't even homegrown.
There you go.
So it's not even that. So the only reason you buy him is if Arteta thinks he can fix him,
mate. Sometimes
maybe to play the left, but even at the left, he's okay. He's okay at that, but he's not a upgrade on Martinelli on the left.
Nah, not
at the level you need.
Bro, you see, as kids, yeah, you see, man, like me. My one of my favorite cartoons were Thundercats. I'm from the old school, innit? Yeah, and all of that. I used to love cartoons. What we all did. You see what Arteta's favorite cartoon was when he was young? Yeah, Pretty Woman. Yeah, a man took a prostitute off the street and brought him into his home. You know what I'm saying? That's what my man does, bro. Yeah, with these players. You get me? That's what my man does. I'm not out here to fucking to actually play these kind of games, bro. Because it's like, why the hell are you gonna pick up these scrubs again and again and again? And bro, you remember when I said, why the fuck are we getting Jesus' younger brother that's a drug dealer?
Yeah.
Jesus calls us, I mean, not Jesus, fucking Sterling. Sterling calls us enough trouble. It's like this, yeah. You're rolling around with a brother, yeah, that's always getting you arrested, yeah. Why are you gonna throw him away for his drug dealer younger brother? What's the point? You hit me? You're going from being
don't make
arrested,
no sense.
bro. Like,
Don't
do
make
you
no
know?
sense.
But the only thing good thing is, yeah, and I said this plenty of time. As my narrative stands, yeah, I want Madueke to do what Madueke does or what he's been doing for Chelsea. So that's one step closer to getting this motherfucker out. So if that's the case, thank you, Arteta, for giving us such a great player coming to our club. Because if he's the one to end you, bring it on.
You know what? That's the best way to end it. You know, that's the best way to end this first episode of London Calling. Madueke, he's coming to Arsenal wearing the 20. To be honest, he could have done something great and wore the 14, but he's only wearing the 20. So at least, you know, he's not got a proper number. You know, at least it's only just a 20. But
yeah,
it is a mad one. It is a mad one. I'm gonna lie. They're smiling too much for this photo. They're smiling too much. But yeah, man, this has been the first episode of London Calling. Hopefully we can do this more often. It's always good to have Don C and speak to him as well. I mean, he's a funny guy. He's a real Arsenal fan that talks real. And yeah, man, I've loved the actual talk. Big up to everyone who's come through, Hugh, Ruster Stocks, and all the people in the chat. But yeah, this is London Calling, and we're out. Peace.